For most of human history, we thought we knew our planet. We believed there were 7 continents. The map of our world was finished. But deep under the blue waves of the Southwest Pacific, something massive was hiding. Scientists have now confirmed the existence of an 8th continent, a hidden landmass larger than the country of India, and an incredible 94% of it is submerged under the sea. This is not a story or a legend. This is not the lost city of Atlantis. This is real continental crust, hiding in plain sight for millions of years. For decades, scientists only had suspicions. They found strange clues where there should be only ocean. By 2017, they finally had the proof. And a few years later, they mapped its full shape. You are about to witness the story of Zealandia, the missing 8th continent. A discovery that reshapes our understanding of the past and proves our planet still holds secrets waiting to be found. This is the story of how scientists brought a lost continent back from the deep. Let's go back to the 1970s. Scientists were working deep in the Pacific. They found rocks that did not make sense. They found pieces of granite. This rock should not be on the ocean floor. At first, it was just a mystery. Then, it became a big question, because granite only forms on continents. They measured the crust deep under the waves. Normal ocean crust is very thin. What they found was much, much thicker. It was as thick as the crust on a continent. They also found very old sandstone. All these clues pointed to one amazing idea. There was once land here, a very long time ago. But if this was a real continent, where did it all go? A long time ago, Earth had one giant supercontinent. It was called Gondwana. Zealandia was a big part of this ancient land. It had tall mountains and deep green forests. Then, about 80 million years ago, it started to break away. As it moved, its crust stretched out and got very thin. A thin crust is not strong enough to stay above the sea, so this huge land began to sink. Today, 94% of it is deep under the water. Only the highest peaks are still visible. We know them as islands like New Zealand. This continent did not just disappear, it slowly drowned. But the story of this lost world was still in the rocks, and scientists in the 1970s were finally ready to read it. In the 1970s and 1980s, scientists kept finding more clues. They drilled deep into the ocean floor. They brought up long tubes of rock, called cores. The crust they found was too thick. It was like the crust under our feet on land. The rocks were very, very old. Some were almost 100 million years old. They found granite and sandstone. These are rocks that make up continents. They should not be at the bottom of the sea. Scientists started to draw a new shape on their maps. It was a huge hidden land, bigger than many countries. But it did not have a name. It was just a strange mystery. It would take 2 more decades of work and one very smart scientist to give this drowned world its name. In 1995, scientist Bruce Luyendijk studied the Pacific's hidden geology. He saw patterns others had missed. He realized the scattered clues formed one single landmass. This was not just a group of underwater plateaus. It was a true continent. For years, researchers had only fragments of a mystery. Luyendijk connected all the dots, and he gave this drowned world a powerful name. He called it Zealandia. He argued it met every definition of a continent. It had thick crust, unique rocks, and clear edges. It was also larger than many countries we know, but a name alone was not enough for science. The world needed final, undeniable proof. That proof was still buried deep beneath the waves. From the late 1990s, new technology helped scientists see better. They used special maps made by satellites. They used sound waves to see the ocean floor. They started to draw the full shape of this hidden land. What they saw was amazing. It was a huge landmass, nearly 5 million square kilometers that is bigger than the whole country of India, and 94% of it is deep under the sea. Only 6% is visible as islands. These islands include New Zealand and New Caledonia. For the first time, scientists could see the full shape of this drowned world. It had been hiding under the Pacific for 80 million years. But to prove it was a real continent, they needed to drill deep into its very heart. From 2010 to 2017, ships crossed the Pacific. They drilled deep into the seafloor, 2 kilometers down, 3 kilometers down, even 4 kilometers deep. Each tube of rock became a time capsule, pieces of a world no one had seen. Scientists found 95-million-year-old sandstone, proof Zealandia once rose above water. They found 40-million-year-old basalt, remnants of ancient volcanoes, and a 4,000-kilometer granite spine, a hallmark of continental crust. The rocks told a story Zealandia was once green and river-cut. But the Pacific stretched it thin, so it sank beneath the waves. The ocean preserved it, and 2017 made proof clear. In 2017, a team of scientists published a landmark paper. They declared Zealandia a real continent. So, if the science is settled, why do we still count only 7 continents? By 2025, most scientists agreed Zealandia was a continent, but maps and books still showed 7 science moves faster than our systems. Changing maps takes time. Schools must teach it. Governments and map makers must agree. And because Zealandia is underwater, no borders change. So politics stays quiet. But our understanding of Earth changes. It shows how continents drift and stretch. It reveals how the Pacific was formed and how island life evolved. So Zealandia is a continent in science, but the world is still catching up. What does a new continent mean for Earth's story? Zealandia is more than a discovery. It is a revelation. A whole continent hid for 80 million years. It makes us wonder what else we miss. Finding it changed how we see Earth. Continents can break. They can also sink. A continent can be mostly underwater and still real. Its ancient rocks reveal past climates. They show how the Pacific formed. They explain New Zealand's unique animals. Only New Zealand and a few islands remain. Scientists suspected it for decades. In 2017, they confirmed it. By 2023, they mapped it. Its discovery reminds us to stay humble. A whole continent hid underwater. If we missed that, what else lies unseen? Deep beneath the waves, still hidden. You just heard the story of Zealandia, Earth's missing 8th continent. From its birth in a supercontinent to its slow sinking beneath the sea. This shows the power of science, to uncover the invisible and reshape how we see our world. If this amazed you, subscribe for more. Next, we explore Earth's deepest place and the creatures living there. Comment below, should Zealandia appear on every world map?